Hi everyone, my name is Ainsley Robbins. I'm the 4-H Program Coordinator for Cornell Cooperative Extension of Steuben County, and today we're going to talk about basic floral arranging and do an arrangement in 4 different steps. So for step 1, we're going to go through the materials that you need. So today we're going to use this container. We're going to use a block of floral foam. We're going to cut the foam with a floral knife. And we have a Lazy Susan so we can put the container on so we can easily arrange from all different sides. We have floral shears to cut the greenery and the flowers with, and we also have floral tape to secure the foam in the container with. And we also have our greenery and our flowers we'll be using. Now for step 2, we're going to focus on prepping our container. So the foam block has already been soaked in the water. When you do this, you want to make sure there's enough water in your tub that the whole foam block will be covered. And what you can do is put it in the water and just let it soak itself, so you don't have to push it down or anything. So as you can see, the container is a little small for the foam block. So what we'll do is just trim the sides with our foam knife. It might take a couple tries to get this perfect in there, because you don't want to press it down because it will make the water not absorb as well in the foam. And the foam, so this is an Oasis brand, and this is a good brand for fresh flowers, but you can also order this online or you can get it from any craft store. So as you can see, our foam fits in there nicely, and it does come a little higher than the container, which is exactly what we want. So now that we have that, we also are going to put our tape around the arrangement to secure the foam in place. You want to make sure that your container is dry when you do this, or else the tape won't stick very well. I'm going to go crossways on this to make sure it's really secure. And another tip is you don't want to make your foam or your flower tape come down too much, because then you won't be able to hide it that well with your flowers. And the tape you can get again from any craft store or order right online. Okay, so now that our container and our foam is secure, we're going to fill it up with water so that way your flowers have fresh water for a long time. Step 3, we're going to talk about how and when to cut your greenery and your flowers. So first off, you're going to want to cut your flowers and your greenery early in the morning or late in the evening. This is when the most water is absorbed on the plant stems. And when you cut them, you're going to want to cut them on a diagonal, like this, with your floral shears, instead of straight across, because the water will absorb the most that way. Now for step 4, we're going to work on making the arrangement, but first we're going to start with the greenery. So for the greenery, you're going to want to strip the foliage off of the stem, as you don't want the foliage close to the foam, as it will create a lot of bacteria. So for the greenery, you want to cover your entire foam with it. So you don't want to be able to see any foam like we can see now. Now that our greenery is filled in our arrangement, we're going to add the focal flowers. We have dahlias and snapdragons. I picked these right out of my garden, but if you don't have that ability, you can go to your local grocery store or florist. The focal flowers are typically the flowers with the most color and the biggest bloom. So I'm just going to add a couple so we can see how you should place them. And I was always told you should place them as how you see them in nature, or how they're usually grown. Now that we have our focal flowers added, we're going to add our delicate flowers. These are the flowers that aren't the most prominent in the arrangement and don't have the brightest color. I have quite a variety. I have cosmos, zinnias, some gomphrena, and salvia for this. Now that the arrangement is finished, it'll last for about a week to a week and a half, and it's yours to enjoy.